And I just want to say to my mommy, she's here right now, Mom, just know that I'm here for you fully. I'm now your husband and your child. So just know the support is here. You're going to get tired of me now because I'm going to be a lot more in your life.
Looked up some of the things you said about your father. And in an interview, you said that my father didn't speak much, but when he spoke, we listened. And I believe that summed up the character of the man. See, I got Usain to smile.
Before that, he stepped into the rain and walked through the mud as he helped to carry his dad's casket from the hearse to the grave. Usain's brother, Sadiq Bolt, shown there on your screen, was also in attendance.
What's up, guys? Welcome to this channel. It's _ Kisaka is my YouTube channel name. And in today's video, we'll be looking at these videos that I've specially compiled of His Highness Andrew Holness, the Prime Minister of Jamaica, and Usain Bolt, where they were in a church remembering the dad of Usain Bolt, who had just passed some weeks ago, and he was being laid to rest on 4th of May 2025. And this speech was issued in one of the churches in one of the Seventh-day Adventist church in Jamaica. Kindly look at these videos of their speeches that I've compiled before we come back for more comments.
The Most Honorable Andrew Holness, all other protocols observed. Good afternoon, everybody. It's been 2 weeks. I was trying to figure out what I was going to say, what I was going to write. And I just decided to come up here and just speak from my heart and just tell you stories and just about the character of who my dad was. First thing was time. He was an on-time person, so I know he's very impressed that we actually started on time because I was worried that we're going to be late, so I'm happy that we actually start on time. He was a very giving person, as we were talking about the shop. That shop cost me a lot of money. A lot of money. As I said earlier, all he did was give. No matter what or who, anybody from Sherwood Content can tell you that they could always go to you and say, it's about that here tomorrow, which you know he would probably get the money, but he would give. So he was always a giving person. And it's something that I grew up with. And I remember through the years, my mom and dad would always say to me, you see, you can't give away all your money. And I was like, what you want me to do? That's what you taught me to do. To always to give and to support and to help. So it was a good thing. When it comes to respect, anybody who knows me, I'm very respectful. And I give that up to my mom and dad. They always make sure I'm focused and on time, and it's something that even with the same shop, no one could go in there and behave bad, and no matter how old you were, you would tell, listen, get out of the shop, stand outside, you have no respect, you can't come in here. And that's how my dad was, and that's what I'm trying to grow my kids to have respect and to understand and to listen. And for me, hard work. Throughout my life I've worked hard and I've dedicated my life to sports and track and field to be the best that I possibly can. And that's one of my biggest lessons that I learned from my dad, to work hard and to be dedicated. And he that just only told me. I watched him work hard and provide for my family and provide for us. And just, there's nights that I didn't even see my dad when he was working for the coffee industry. He would be up early and he would be in late. And I knew and understand because my mom would always say, listen, your father is working hard to make sure you can get everything that you need. That's one thing he always tell me. You can get everything that you need, not what you want. So that was always something that I always respect. And I, as a son, I grew up just loving him, and the tough times when I used to get in problems and get the beatings and all them something, I am very happy. I tell people all the while that I wouldn't change anything about my childhood, because my parents did an excellent job raising me, and I'm really happy about that. And my father was tough on me, always, but for me, I always know that he just wants the best and want me to grow up and to be a good person, a good man, and to now have my kids of my own. I'm definitely going to try to live up to his character and live up to who he was and try to be the best that I possibly can be to my kids also. And at the end, I just want to say I love my dad. He always supports me, and he's a very kind person, and he's always willing to help and to be strong and just to be that shoulder that anybody can lean on. And I just want to say to my mommy, she's here right now, Mom, just know that I'm here for you fully. I'm now your husband and your child. So just know the support is here. You're going to get tired of me now because I'm going to be a lot more in your life. But thanks everybody for the prayers and the love and the well wishes and everything. Happy to see a big turnout. Thanks to all the ministers for coming and supporting. I feel the love and I really appreciate it. And I just want to say, Pops, don't worry. I have Mama now, so thank you very much.
May I acknowledge the clergy of this church, members of the Bolt family, Usain, Jennifer, and all the distinguished well-wishers gathered in the church this morning. Yes, you know, the Thanksgiving ceremony is always a time of grief. And as I entered the church and I shook Usain's hand and I looked him in the eyes, I saw his grief. But I want to say to Usain, the entire nation mourns with you. The entire nation embraces your family and surround you with prayers at this difficult time. As I sat there trying to collect my thoughts, I immediately looked up some of the things you said about your father. And in an interview, you said that my father didn't speak much, but when he spoke, we listened. And I believe that summed up the character of the man. See, I got Usain to smile. I believe that summed up the character of the man. But Usain also said that whatever I am today, it was because of my parents. He gave credit to his parents. It is not easy to be a world champion. And I'm certain that it would have taken Usain's village to raise him to become this world champion. But it all started in the home. And so I decided to accept the late invitation to speak and not to stay too long because it's a long list of persons giving tribute. But Usain is a global icon, a national hero, a national asset, and every Jamaican is grieving with Usain and his family at this time. So I thought that as Prime Minister, I have the duty and indeed the responsibility to speak on behalf of the country. I see both members of the opposition and members of the government gathered. So I take the privilege to speak on behalf of the political class, to say, Usain, we love you. We care about you, and in this time of grief, please know that we are all here praying for you and the comfort of your family. God bless your family, Jennifer, and your brothers, sisters, and your entire family. Church, hold your hands over Usain and pray for them. God bless you and thank you.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much for always supporting this channel, looking at these videos, and your subscription is not taken for granted. I really appreciate you guys. So in today's video, I've decided to remember the life of a man who played an important role in shaping the legacy of one of the greatest sprinters the world has ever seen, that is Usain Bolt. To most people, he's known as the GOAT because what he has done to Jamaica, and even from the speech you have heard that Usain Bolt is part of the legends in Jamaica, or the heroes in Jamaica. Usain Bolt Dad, known as Wellesley Bolt, was a man of humility, discipline, and unwavering support. His passing in March 2025 left a void in the hearts of many, but his teachings and influence continue to resonate. When looking at his early life and character, Wellesley Bolt was a man of simple beginnings. He ran a small grocery shop in the rural community of Sherwood Content, Trelawney, and despite his modest means, he instilled in his children, especially Usain Bolt, the values of hard work and respect. Usain Bolt most of the time, spoke of his father's discipline, recalling how his dad would enforce rules with a quiet firmness, ensuring that his children understood the importance of manners and responsibility. In an interview, in one of the interviews, Bolt shared that manners is the key thing. Say, for instance, when you are going up, you're walking down the street, you have to tell everybody good morning. Everybody. You can't pass one person. This shows you that the dad of Usain Bolt instilled discipline in his children in upbringing. And this is one of the characters in most of the African parents and most of the Caribbean parents. They tend to instill discipline because the way you raise a child, that is how they grow up with respect, knowing that everyone is of utmost importance. And this is what from the speech of Usain Bolt you have heard, that he was a man of respect. He taught them to respect each and every one on their path. He also guided Usain Bolt's path because at one point, the first love of Usain was cricket, but his dad recognizes Bolt's potential in track and field, and he encouraged Usain to pursue athletics, emphasizing the benefits of individual performance over team dynamics. As Usain once recalled, his father told him, quoting his words, "In cricket, you have politics, but in track and field, you the boss of yourself. You are the boss of yourself." This is what his dad told him. The guidance of his dad proved more than valuable as Usain went on to dominate the world of sprinting, becoming a household name and a source of national pride in Jamaica. As Usain Bolt has said, he instilled discipline and educated all of them. His dad was also a firm believer in the value of education. He set clear expectations for his children's academic performance. Quoting his words, he stated that, "Me pay school fee one time. If you pass, you good. If you fail, you have to find the money yourself." He paid the school for once, and he told them that whoever would mess up with the school fees, they are done. And this shows that he had a no-nonsense approach, which taught Usain Bolt and his siblings the importance of accountability and self-reliance, lessons that extend beyond the classroom. The dad has actually left a big legacy and the community and the family at large. Wellesley's influence extended beyond his immediate family. He was a respected figure in his community, known for his integrity and dedication. His support was instrumental in Usain's rise to international fame, and his presence at major competitions, including the 2008 Beijing Olympics, was a testament to his unwavering belief in his son's abilities. And this is has been proved with the way people have come out to support, especially during even the grave digging.
The boss deserves the best because he is the best. So there is no other like him, isn't it? So it was just personal for me to just do inside myself.
Everything is going to be done. We're going to tile it, put on a headstone on it before the funeral day.
Mixing and carrying mortar is still considered a man's job, but some women had no issue doing it in honor of a man they loved and respected.
He always gives us, as young people, words of encouragement, right? So doing this, carrying some cement bucket is the least I can do, in support of his family in this time of bereavement.
We like him very much. So I couldn't make this grave digging pass me.
Generally, with the way the community have come out to support the family, shows that he was a man of the people. If you are a bad person, even though majority of people will just turn out, but they won't come up in large numbers as compared to a good person. A good person is mostly loved by most of the crowds. So tributes have actually poured from the time he passed on. Tributes poured in from different parts of the globe, from the Jamaican Prime Minister Andrew Holness, other ministers, and also some of the competitors that Usain Bolt was running with. So what are some of the life lessons that we can take from the life of Usain Bolt Dad, and at the same time from the speeches that have been given? One thing that I've noted is time. Time is a very important aspect. As you can see, Usain Bolt has said that his dad was a timekeeper. Timekeeping is also kind of a talent that people should need to develop, because they say time is money, and if you were always on time or even appear before time, you are likely to be respected. Another thing that I've gotten from the speeches is about the generosity that he had. Yeah, he was very generous to the point that Usain Bolt he has laughed because he had to spend more because of the way his dad used to solve the issues or the problems of other of his community members, or in the society where he was living. We should be generous with whatever we have, whether you have much or you have less. You can just share a little bit with the less fortunate or whomever is in need. However, we should be very careful with our generosity, because there are some people who tend to take the kindness of other people for their weakness. So you should be generous. At the same time, you should have an eye to gauge whom the kind of people you are helping, because there are some people who can come in pretense they are looking for it, but they are there. They want to milk you dry and run away. So another thing is about respect and discipline. Instilling a sense of discipline and respect in our children and our communities, it fosters a culture of responsibility and integrity. From the way Usain Bolt has spoken, it is like he was kind of a bit unruly child, but because of the discipline and the respect principles that were instilled by his dad, I think he is the way he is because of their parents. Also, another thing that I've learned is about hard work. We need to put in effort in whatever we do so that it can bear fruits. The way Usain Bolt mom told him that their dad is working hard in order to provide the daily needs and not wants. As long as you are a parent, you should make sure that the needs of your family are met first. That is from the basic needs, that is education, food, shelter, and then if you are able, you can now go to the wants. But first, ensure that you have fulfilled the daily needs that the family is in need. Also, another lesson is about the belief. You need to believe in yourself, recognizing and nurturing the potential in others can lead to extraordinary achievements. And for example, the Usain Bolt's dad believed that his son has potential. You should speak positivity to your children and other people. You should have belief. You should have that positive mindset, optimism, and not the kind of character that is pessimistic, always doubting. That is, you need to believe in yourself and believe in others. So that is why Usain Bolt is the way he is today, because of the belief that his dad had on him. Also, another thing is about education. They say if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. And that is why the parents of Usain Bolt educated him and valued the education. They prioritized education, equipping them, their sons, or rather their children, with the tools to succeed in various aspects of life. The last point is about community engagement. We should be actively involved in the community around us, so that to create a support system and that benefits all. Because in most of the cases, at times people you can be employed or move away from where you are staying. Maybe you're from a rural area and going to go to the urban type of setting and forget your community. It's good to remember the people whom you grew up with, or your locality, and always engage in the activities, support them, because these are the guys who are likely to stand with you and be with you whenever you have any issue. So this has been the video for today. Thank you so much, guys, for always supporting this channel. If you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly do me the favor of subscribing, liking, and commenting on this video. Until next time, Jah blessings.